at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. This is the first time that we've had the opportunity to bring our channel here, so we're excited to share this with you. Today is the grand opening day of the Flash Vertical Velocity. It's taken an extra year to get this coaster open. It was supposed to open last year, so we're excited to see that it's finally up and running. We'll try not to harp too much on the fact that it's a year behind schedule, because I'm sure you've probably heard from a bunch of other people how late this coaster is. So we'll leave it at that, but we're excited to have the opportunity to ride it. And since it's our first time bringing the channel to the park, we're going to try to look at some other things that have happened over the past year. There is a noticeable 450-foot difference at this park from how it was last year. So we're going to try to see how much we can squeeze in today. Hopefully we won't be in line too long to eat up most of our day, but we'll see how it goes. As you head toward the Flash's entrance, you pass under this little archway here, which I assume at some point is going to have a sign attached to it. Right now it's just a plain piece of metal. So it's a little bit boring right now, but I'm looking forward to seeing a sign put up here if that is in fact what they're doing. Even as you're walking toward the entrance to the coaster, you can get an incredible view of the back half of the ride. You're literally just feet from the track standing here. This is such a picturesque coaster. It's a nice addition to the Metropolis skyline. Almost makes up for the fact that we lost some of the skyline over with Kingda Ka. I do like the references to Star Labs over here. So much like the Skyrocket 2 coasters, this begins by launching you slightly forward and you don't have much momentum to get around. And then you get launched backwards up the spike, and then you come down off the spike, get launched forwards again, you finally have the momentum to get through the inversion. You go through all the things on the other side of the track, up the spike on the other side, and then you rerun the whole thing backwards. So it's kind of like a traditional boomerang, only with a lot better inversions, more interesting inversions, and a much better track layout. Although you cannot bring loose articles on the ride, they do have a bank of temporary lockers for you to use once you get into the queue. The lockers are really tiny, and they're the horizontal kind instead of the vertical kind, so you need to only have like very small amounts of stuff, wallets, keys, maybe a hat or a phone. That's about all that can fit in there, so don't try to bring in a big bag. You probably won't be able to squeeze them in there. You need an actual locker for those. Although there isn't much theming in the queue, the back sides of the Star Laboratory billboards do give some background information on the storyline of the ride. This is possibly the most important one. It explains what the Hyper Time Stream is, which is what the ride is based around. Here's a diagram on this board to explain the source wall, the bleed, and the Speed Force wall. So after about 5 or 6 breakdowns, including a breakdown while we were on the train, we had to get off and wait for them to test it again. We were finally able to ride the Flash, and I have to say it was an incredible ride. The stall forward is amazing. It might be one of the best stalls I've been on, but hitting it backwards was an incredible feeling. I've never been able to experience a stall backwards before right here. The stall is a lot longer than it looks. It's an interesting experience to be upside down that long and going that slowly, but I thought it was a really great feeling. Also, the inversion that you hit right over here forward and then going up the spike and then hitting that same inversion backward is a really unique feeling. There's a lot to like about this coaster. As it started to get darker, a quick look at the signage all lit up. The lights on the Star Labs signs all glowing red as well. And here's a view of the trains at night. the evening at least. Not surprisingly, there's a little gift shop out in the front of the coaster called Speedster Central. Obviously a bunch of Flash themed items. Since we haven't been here in a while, I'm not sure how many of these are old and how many were just added when the coaster opened, but we'll take a look at what they have. The shirts and hoodies that they have in there that actually say Flash Vertical Velocity are obviously brand new, but we'll look at everything. It looks like they have two different Flash Vertical Velocity designs. This one with the Flash running right toward you with a coaster track surrounding him. Mentioning the stats, 172 feet tall, 60 miles an hour, and 4 inversions. And then the second Flash Vertical Velocity shirt is this one. This one just says Six Flags Great Adventure on it. That shirt is $26.99 as the wind blows it right toward the camera. And the first shirt was also $26.99. They also have some plush Flash characters. Flash hoodies, a couple of different designs. And speaking of hoodies, they have the Flash shirt design in hoodie form for $54.99. They also have this other hoodie that has the stats of the coaster, including 10 airtime moments, 5 in each direction. There's the Flash logo on the sleeve.
Well, that's because that's a sweatshirt.
And there's nothing on the back of this one. The maroon colored hoodie that's hanging up there, which is also down here on this rack, has a matching set of pants. Fastest man alive, it says. And the pants are, as the wind blows the tag here too, $49.99. There's a nice Flash tank top with a white Flash on the center. I like the selection of Flash baseball caps they have on the wall here. And if baseball caps aren't your thing, they also have a mask that you can put on to make yourself look like the Flash. As well as some plush Flash sloths, which I find a little bit ironic. And last but not least, a rack full of Flash magnets, as well as Flash keychains. These almost look Funko style. They have these signs in a couple of various places around the park, mainly near the actual coaster, giving its stats of 172 feet, 60 miles an hour, etc., etc. We've seen a little bit of it already on the merchandise. Near Batman the Ride, I could have sworn the Batmobile was right here, but now it's a duck with glasses and a bathtub. Really nice touch. They have the Batmobile over here, so I'm assuming it's always been here, and I'm just misremembering, but I can't for the life of me remember what was here. It definitely was not a rubber duck and sunglasses. Without any fanfare, Six Flags Great Adventure decided to take down its star attraction, Kingda Ka, the world's tallest coaster. They had a bunch of live footage recently of the tower of the coaster toppling. So this is the entrance to Golden Kingdom here, which is the area where Kingda Ka was. You can see there is a sign over there that now says employee access only. They will not let you get anywhere near where Kingda Ka was now, which is unfortunate. I just wanted to take a look at the plot of land, but well, we're restricted to being all the way out here. R.I.P. Kingda Ka. In addition to losing Kingda Ka, there was also one more sacrifice this off-season. Right next to Superman, there used to be, right where this long wooden fence is, the Green Lantern coaster, which was a B&M stand-up. That coaster is no more, much to many people's enjoyment. I think I was in the minority. Jen and I were both in the minority. We actually both enjoyed that coaster a lot. As far as B&M stand-ups go, we found it to actually be one of the more comfortable ones. That's a shame it's gone, but I guess most people don't really care. But now it's just a vacant lot. They tore that coaster down so fast. They do still have some construction equipment over here, however, and dumpsters. So that was our day at Six Flags Great Adventure. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do as much as we had hoped after standing in line for the Flash for 4 hours. But that coaster ended up being incredible. I think it's probably the best shuttle coaster that I've ever ridden. Whether or not it was worth 4 hours, I'm not sure. Maybe, I would think I'd be willing to stand in line for maybe 90 minutes to ride it though. It was a really impressive coaster, one of Vekoma's best, and I hope we see more coasters like that in the United States. So we hope you enjoyed that look at the Flash Vertical Velocity as well as the other little tiny pieces of the park that we had a chance to show. We hope to show more in the near future. If you did enjoy seeing everything, we'd appreciate if you'd give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Every like and subscribe is a big help to the channel. Also, please be sure to check out our Instagram page, which is appearing right over Jen's head right now. Right below that is our Threads handle. And then right underneath Jen is our email address. Please feel free to email us any questions, comments, concerns, constructive criticism. We read all of them and we appreciate any feedback that you give. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for watching, but the fun's not over yet. Click the box in front of my face for another fun video, or click my tree to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.